Welcome to another Mindset Monday. This segment, for those who are new to the page, is an opportunity for me to share with you some of the mindset that will help you on a natural, healthy hair journey. And today I'm really just going to jump straight into it and talk about the need to immerse yourself in a new skill or a new approach when you've decided to change a habit of a lifetime. And I guess for me, I think that this Mindset Monday is important because I see a lot of people talk about moderation. I see a lot of people talk about, just doing the best that you can. I see a lot of people adopting an approach that is almost one leg in, one leg out kind of approach to hair care, to fitness, to nutrition. And I really wanted to just come on and make the case for immersing yourself into a new challenge, into a new skill, if you want to get the best out of it. I'm not suggesting that immersing yourself in anything or everything will always work out. I'm just saying that it has been an approach that has worked for me, and it's worked for me consistently well. So I'm going to draw on the 3 areas of my life where I have simply immersed myself into a skill that I wanted to learn and how much it has benefited me. So I'm going to start with fitness. So I'm going to start at the point where I had my 2 children. Now you must understand that I've been exercising since my early 20s. I was doing what everyone typically did in those days. I say those days because that's like 2 decades ago. I was going to the gym, I was running, I was always on the cardio vascular machines. I hadn't gotten into bodybuilding or weight training then. And then I had my 2 kids and I went back to doing exactly what I used to do, and I wasn't seeing the results that I'd like to see. What I didn't realize was that pregnancy had made me lose a lot of muscle mass. So even though I'd dropped down in weight, I was still looking very flat. I was still looking very loose. I wasn't looking really tight. So I thought at that point, well, I need to do something different. I mean, I'm doing the same thing and I'm seeing the same result, but the result that I'm seeing now, I'm not satisfied with. I need to do something else. So I went to the gym, I got a personal trainer, and we started a relationship. And through personal training, I simply learned that what I needed to do was to build muscle. And how do you build muscle? You build muscle by eating right, you build muscle by lifting weight. So I immersed myself in a completely different and new approach. I must have spent a mini fortune on a personal trainer at that time. And you must understand that I didn't actually have the money to spend on a personal trainer at that time. We had just moved homes. We had just moved to where we live now. So all our money had gone on deposit for the house, and so on and so forth. You know how it is if you bought a home. There's a time period after you've moved that you're just absolutely broke, and so we were broke. So the personal trainer, having extra money for the personal trainer, really wasn't it for me. But it was really important to me because I wasn't feeling good in my own skin. I wasn't feeling like my normal, usual self, and this was a way for me to get back to feeling great about myself, and so on and so forth. So immersing myself in a personal trainer, he showed me the ropes, he talked to me about diet and so on and so forth, and we started lifting weight. I started seeing a little bit of changes, and the minute I started seeing changes, I went a step further. I went much further than what he was telling me about nutrition. I threw myself into learning about nutrition. I threw myself into learning about weight training. I don't think there's any article at some point on bodybuilding.com that I didn't read. I completely immersed myself in the process. So by the time it came about that I wanted to do the bodybuilding competition, I was already really kind of knowledgeable about what to expect. And obviously that took it to another level, because that was another level of immersing myself into this discipline, into this training, into this eating style. And I think one of the great things that I learned from bodybuilding, nutrition-wise, was how to prep your own meal. And what prepping your own meal does is that it immerses you into nutrition, into understanding nutrition, you are forced to understand nutrition because you are going to be prepping based on your macronutrients. So that's based on your fat ratio, based on your protein, based on the carbohydrates, and those are all the ratio in which you have to eat are all varied. So you have to learn about those things. And I must say, a takeaway from that period, that time, is that my eating has changed for life. Absolutely changed for life. Not only did I learn new skills, not only did I learn a lot about nutrition, I also learned about my own body, what it liked, how it liked to eat, when it liked to be fed, and the types of food that it likes to eat, and the types of food that it breaks down properly. Now, I would never have learned all that if I didn't immerse myself into bodybuilding, into the nutrition aspect of things. And why am I saying all this? Why is all this relevant to hair care? It's relevant to hair care because I think I still see a lot of you who think that you could just buy the right products without understanding how to really take care of your hair, without really sacrificing certain styles, certain techniques, and thinking that just because you bought the right products and you're applying them the right way, it's going to work. It's not going to work. Immersing yourself really means understanding exactly what it is, exactly what it takes to have healthy hair, to have longer length if that's what you want. And so we're moving into 2020. It's a brand new year. You're going to be making your hair resolutions, I'm sure, your skin resolutions, your body resolutions, and so on and so forth. And in making those, I'm not sure if some of you realize that you're actually going to have to immerse yourself in a new skill and in a new kind of approach and a way of thinking if you really want to see results. And I can already imagine some of the reasons why you wouldn't want to immerse yourself, which is one I mentioned earlier, which is the cost of it. To learn a new skill, it can involve cost. You may have to go to a coach. You may have to go on a course. You may have to buy books. You may have to go to events. But if you know what you're doing, and if you're picking the right things and you're picking, the right people to guide you, it's an investment. It's not a wasted money. It's not a wasted effort. And so you have to decide how important this skill, whatever it is, be it nutrition, be it fitness, be it hair, how important is it to you? Where would you want to be at the end of the year? Do you want to be successful in this journey? Because I am really, really, really trying to ingrain in you that if you proclaim that you do want to be successful, you must consider immersing yourself. And sometimes that immersion involves spending money. Now, some of you are great. Some of you can go off on your own and do your research. I did a lot of research. I don't think there's any YouTuber who has grown their hair past waist length that I don't know their names. I don't think there's any seminal book on natural hair that I haven't read. So some of us will be really, really good in that sense. But some of us, we know our weakness, you're not going to be good in that sense. And so if that's the case, you need to find other people to guide you so that they can kind of curate that information, all the information that's out there that's overwhelming, that they can curate that. But that involves investing a bit of money in whatever you choose to immerse yourself in. I am not for this approach of one leg in, one leg out. I'm really not. I think in 2020, if you want to be successful, really successful in whatever it is that you've chosen as your priority, immerse yourself. Give it your everything. You know, I'm not saying become obsessive, but make it important. Think about it as a learning period. And in that period, you're going to do everything that is necessary to get the knowledge that you need. And if you adopt that approach, I can promise you that you'll be nearer to achieving your goal than if you adopt an approach of saying, well, I'll just do whatever I can. I'll do the bare minimum. Not even the bare minimum, but, you know, I'll buy all the right products and I'll use all the right products, and maybe I won't braid my hair more than 5 times. Instead of really immersing yourself and being completely honest with yourself in terms of what does your hair need, what knowledge do you need to acquire to get to your goal. I hope that this has helped somebody. I really wanted to finish by saying the beauty of immersing yourself is that you don't have to immerse yourself for life. I immersed myself in bodybuilding for 3 months, and the skills that I learned then in 2015 is still standing me in good stead now. I immersed myself in learning about great hair care. I read everything. I watched everything on YouTube. Then I had a hair coach on top of it. And what I've learned then is still standing me in good stead now. That is what I'm building on now. So my point, and nutrition as well. I did a course on nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist, even though I'm not practicing as such, but I did that course to immerse myself, to truly understand nutrition properly. And everything I've learned then is still standing me in good stead now. So you will never have to immerse yourself forever. Depending on whatever it is that you're trying to learn or the new skill, it might be that you have to immerse yourself for a period of 2 months, 2 weeks, 6 months, a year. But it all pays off. One of the things that I'm going to immerse myself in early next year is meditation, learning how to do it properly. And what thing I'm going to certainly do for sure is go on a course, because I know that just immersing myself either for a week or 2, learning the techniques, getting a deeper understanding of meditation is going to stand me in good stead for a long period of time. Let us really question this whole idea of, just a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Sometimes a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there is not enough. Sometimes you have to throw yourself into it. That is my Mindset Monday. I hope it's helped somebody. See you next Monday.